Hello guys, and welcome back to another video, and in today's video we'll be making some beef stir fry. So yeah, this is the end result and this is what we're going to be finishing in the end. So our first thing is we have around 1 kilo of just beef, and we're going to cut it into little cubes just like this, as even as we can. So we're going to cut, our first step is to cut the cubes, and then we're going to be moving on to our vegetables. As you can see, we're using a yellow bell pepper, a red one, a green one. We're using 2 red onions, we're using some green onions, and we're using some broccoli. So we only want 1/2 of the bell pepper, so we're just going to store the other half in the fridge for later, since we don't want way too much bell pepper. So now comes the cutting of the bell peppers. We cut it into relatively small cubes, but you can cut it even smaller if you like, or even bigger. So we have some soy sauce and we have some oyster sauce. Here's the soy sauce, and these are green onions. So we're gonna get to making our beef is mixture and marinade. So we're gonna add all the beef to our bowl while my father is cutting the bell peppers. My mom is doing the beef. Yeah, so teamwork makes the dream work. It's even faster. So for our seasonings, we have some ginger powder. We're just gonna sprinkle a little bit onto it. Then we're gonna add in some red chili powder. And then we're gonna add in some salt, some pink salt. Now we're gonna add in some garlic powder. And last but not least, we'll be adding white pepper powder. These are all the seasonings we're gonna be using for our beef. And then these are all our bell peppers that have been chopped up. Now it's time for our onion. So while my mom is doing that, this is the onion cutting. We're not going to cut it like normally. We're going to cut it into 4s, and then we're just going to peel off each layer just like this. You can decide whatever you want to do, but this is the best for us. Back to our beef, we're adding around 1 spoon of soy sauce and 1 spoon of oyster sauce, and then we'll get to the mixing. So this is, we're doing this today on a Sunday, and it's a very fun and interesting dish. And we also have some sriracha. It's really delicious. It tastes really good, and it's not that long to make. It only takes 20 to 30 minutes to make. So we're going to mix in with a spoon, and now we're going to add in some corn flour. That's the corn flour. We're adding in just enough so you can cover the top layer, basically, around this much. We're going to add corn flour. We're also going to add some more flour later on. So we're cutting our onions a little bit more smaller. You can cut them into cubes. It's perfectly your choice. It's your choice for the vegetables. And now we're adding some more flour. So we actually added the wrong flour. So we went back and we added more. But this is a good thing since it tasted even better with both flours. This is some maize flour. We're gonna add that. And optionally, we're gonna add some lemon juice. Just gonna squeeze a lot of lemon juice in it. I guess it's a good taste. Now for broccoli, our broccoli is also going to be cut pretty small. It's your choice whether you want broccoli or not. The stir fry, as I said, is completely up to you guys. And broccoli is the last of our vegetables. And here we're just mixing in our beef. And now we're headed over to our pan. On high heat on our pan, we're going to let it heat up for a little bit. We're going to add some oil. We're going to be basically frying the beef, yes. So we're going to be frying it because it's a stir fry. So adding quite a lot of oil, and now with some tongs, we're gonna just slowly put the beef inside the oil. There's only gonna be a little bit at the start. You can see that little figure at the back, a little bit of beef. We're gonna cook them, and then as we gradually cook, we're gonna add in more and more until we have all of them added in. So we're nearly done adding them in. After we screwed over the tongs, and we're just adding them in with our hands. So we're just going to mix them. You can see that there's not much. There's only like half the beef here right now. But as we mix, we make more spaces and we just add in more beef, which we were doing. So we managed to get all the beef in the pan, and we're just going to cook it. The cooking part is obviously taking the longest. It cooks for around 20 minutes. So we're going to put the lid on and we're going to let it cook in its own steam. And as you can see, when we let it cook for like 10-15 minutes, we put it on low heat. Here we're getting our spring onions, and we're also going to be using some chilies. Spring onions and chilies will go in the end. So there is our hari mirch / our chili. Now these are frozen, so as you can see, we're kind of struggling here to open it up, but here we got it. We open up the chili. We're not going to take out the seeds. We can eat the seeds if you like. It's perfectly your choice. So this is after around 5 minutes. We're just gonna move the sides. We're just gonna stir it a bit more. Then we're gonna put the lid back on for another 5 to 10 minutes. So we're gonna gradually come back. We're gonna flip the sides. We're gonna move it around and cover it again. Repeat this process 2 to 3 times, and then your beef and your dish will be ready. We covered it once more time, and here are our chilies. They're all chopped up. Now to make our sauce, we're adding a lot of ketchup. That's tomato sauce. We're adding 1 spoon of oyster sauce. This sauce will go into our vegetable stir fry, and then later in the end, we're going to mix it all up with our beef. We added oyster sauce, we added some sriracha, 1 spoon of that. Here's some Tabasco sauce, which we're also going to add just a little bit. We just want it to be 1 spoon as well. So these sauces make it taste very, very good and add a lot of flavor in the end. Here we have some soy sauce. I'm just going to dash it on. We have some red chili sauce. Also just a little bit of that. And we have some vinegar. A little bit of that. So now we mix it all up. And that's our sauce ready for the end. We mix it up good. And you can see the color is dark red. And last but not least, we have our red hot buffalo sauce. Of course, you can make your own sauce, but this sauce was very good, so make sure to try this combination. If you don't have all the ingredients, it's fine. So this is after 10 to 12 minutes. We're gonna move it a bit more. We cover the lid again. So we're gonna be making our vegetables now. We're gonna add a little bit of oil, and then we're gonna add in all of our vegetables except our green onions and our chili. So this is gonna be added in. And then we're just going to mix it around for a few minutes. So as you can see, we're cooking our vegetables and our beef separately, but in the end we're going to combine them all in one. So after it's been cooking for a while, we're going to add some garlic powder. So it hasn't, the heat is off right now. And then we turned it back on. We added some garlic powder for taste. We're going to give it a good stir as well. And then after that, we're showing you our beef. Our beef is ready. So it was cooking on low heat, as I have told you guys. So our beef is ready. We're going to show you that it's really delicious right now. There's a lot of juice and a lot of flavor. So now we're going to be getting into our sauce that we're going to be adding into our vegetables. The vegetables look big and thick, but we like it that way. So we're going to add all of our sauce inside our vegetables. And we're going to give it a good mix. It's going to turn into a reddish color. And now we're also going to be adding water into the bowl of our sauce. And we're going to be adding that with some flour later on in just a moment. So right now we're just giving it a good stir. And here we have some water added in. And we're adding some corn flour, sorry. We added some corn flour. And now we're going to add that back into our vegetables. This just helps it taste better. And it makes it smoother. So we're going to mix this all around. And then this is our last step for our vegetables. Our vegetables are going to be ready. And this is our last step for our dish. All we do now is just mix both of them up. So we got our beef. Now we're just going to transfer it all into the vegetables. And this is basically our dish. Now we're going to get a really good stir. We're going to stir it for 1 to 2 minutes. And it will be ready to plate up and eat. So this recipe is very, very simple. For plating, now for garnishing, we're going to be adding in our chilies and our green onions. And that's just to finish the recipe. Here we have a beautiful bowl of rice. We're adding some more green onions and chilies for decoration. And now we're going to add our mixture, our beef stir fry on the side. It looks very good. It's like restaurant style. So we can make restaurant style stir fry right at home in just 20 minutes, and it's very easy to make. So this beautiful boy is trying it, and he loves the food. So you guys will love it as well. Now, if you love the food and if you love the video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and to share this video with all your friends. Thank you for watching, and these are some beautiful photos. And yeah, goodbye.